Hey, welcome to the Huntsville Hustle podcast, brought to you by friends at Vandy's HVAC, where we're going to highlight the small business owners as the backbone of the Rocket City. And we got a special one today because we got one of the cast members from the season 2 of Nextville coming on. So, Nextville, if you haven't heard of it, it's a Huntsville-based reality show. It follows around local entrepreneurs, creators, and personalities. So, really excited for you to meet at least one of them today. So, thanks for coming on the show.
Hi, guys. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. I'd like you to introduce yourself and kind of tell people what you do.
I'm Jade. My Instagram name is also Jade with 2 underscores. That's pretty much on every platform at some point. But I am a serial entrepreneur, is what I like to say. I own a beauty bar. I'm a celebrity wardrobe stylist. I also help my father run a business. He is a builder here in Huntsville, Alabama. So I'm the backbone of that. So yeah, kind of just have my hands in all types of things. I also just started up a peptide business. So I'm doing that. So just in and out of everything that I can kind of get my hands on.
Man, that's awesome. As we were just talking before we started recording, multiple streams of income. You got to have them. She's living that out right there. So,
For sure.
kind of calling this in, what inspired you to start your own beauty brand?
The beauty bar thing, if I'm honest, it kind of fell in my lap. Of course, with being a stylist, you kind of like, with being a wardrobe stylist, you kind of like from head to toe. So I actually had met someone that I kind of became cool with, and she had a beauty bar, but she was just kind of like, I want to just be in the shop. I don't want to actually run the shop because, being an entrepreneur is like really, really hard. Like, people have these grand ideas and people are like, why you don't do this? Why don't you do this? Like, it's not easy. Like, running a business is probably the most difficult thing besides being a mom that I've ever done in my life. But I want to say it was really like God driven. It fell in my lap. My mom kind of jumped on board with me, and her husband, my stepdad, they own a like, I want to say like reconstruction business, almost like they take homes, renovate them and rent them out. And then with my dad being a builder and my mom and my dad are best friends. So they all like collabed and helped me renovate the whole space and kind of just jumped on board to get the business going. And so I just ran full speed ahead with whatever came to my mind at the time.
Sounds awesome right there. So, where are you guys located?
We are down like close to Meridianville, Hazel Green. It's on Highway 431. Like right beside the raceway in that plaza. It's like a bunch of things over there in that plaza. And the funny part about it is my best friend does hair and her shop is one door down from mine. So, you know,
Meant to be. Yeah, you're
right,
right. Meant to be.
exactly.
That's cool. You got the whole family involved, man. That's a beautiful thing right there. So, I love when people can get
Yeah,
along like that and still collaborate and still get along. That's awesome.
for sure. And I think a lot of people talk about like, I can never do business, with my family. I think if everybody has like the vision and everybody understands what their jobs are, like you'll be fine. It's when everybody wants their hand in like everybody else's pot that makes it crazy. But if everybody has established what they're supposed to be doing, it doesn't make it as bad.
And y'all making it work. That's great. So, you kind of hit on a little bit. Entrepreneurship, it can be pretty lonely. Like I said, it's a tough job. Who's been one of your biggest supporters?
My mom, I would say my mom. Like that's my rock. I'm an only child. With my mom and my father. I have 2 other brothers, but they're with my stepmom and my father. So, but my mom has literally been my everything. I tell her idea, she's going with it. Like it does not matter what it is. She's going with it. And I will say she's never turned me down. She may have been like, are you sure? Is this going to be a good idea? But she still has always had my backing with the beauty bar. It was nothing different. She was there every step of the way. And I am considering making a pivot, with the beauty bar. I've had it for almost 2 years now. In Huntsville, it is a hard business to stay in. Like the beauty business, period, is a hard lane to stay in. So I'm thinking about potentially just pivoting the business and going in a different direction, though.
Okay. So, can you give us any hints where you might be pivoting to?
I think I'm gonna go fashion. I think I'm gonna go completely fashion. A long time ago, I did own a clothing store before COVID went crazy. I did have a online clothing store. Was obsessed with it, did great with it. Like I said, once COVID hit, it plummeted. But I think I want to go back to that. I think I want to do a brick and mortar, like, but more in the area of like where it's very high traffic. Uh, so we'll see. We'll see. I think that lane is just speaking to me. like I said, the beauty business is a hard business. It's also a hard business because owning a beauty bar is not you doing the service. You know what I mean? Is you have people that are doing services. So the part of you winning in the whole thing is having people that want to come in your shop and work. If they don't want to come in there and work or come in there and pay commission or pay booth rent, you just have a space. So yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. Just kind of like making that pivot to that.
There you go. So I want to get into the stylist stars. And obviously, I wear t-shirts, man. So if you came to me like, all right, how do you fit the style to the person?
So first we have a full-blown consultation. That's like the most important. You want to get to know your client. You want to get to know your client, what they like, where they're trying to take the direction of their style. Because most of the time when people hire a wardrobe stylist, it's because they want to take their style in a different direction of something they're not used to, but they're kind of scared to jump off the porch a little bit. So yeah, just kind of like the first step is sitting down, like getting to know your client, all the way down to what's your favorite color? Do you like a boot cut or a wide leg? Do you like, like you say, you like t-shirts, but would you be willing to wear a button down shirt? Like, things of that nature. And then the next step would be, would you like to pull from your closet or would you like me to shop for you? Because those are two different things. My client right now, I kind of do dual for her. I send her looks and I'm like, hey, what do you think about this? If she likes it, she purchases them. And then I go home and I style her. When I meet with her, I do jewelry and all that. Or I go in her closet. I'm like, okay, what do we have in here today? We got a quick look. Let's pull this quick look from the closet. So a little bit
There
of
you go.
everything.
There you go. Sometimes you just need some fresh eyes on your look, right? We all wear the same like
Exactly.
4 or 5 outfits every week, right? So I need a little fresh eyes, especially if it's a professional, right? Someone can match things and jewelry is involved too. Like I have no idea where to start. That's why you're the professional. So let's
Right.
uh let's
Because
get into it.
even for me, I have my favorite pair of sweatpants. Like, I have my favorite things. So, like, yeah,
Yeah, we all got our favorites, but you can branch out a little bit.
for
Somebody
sure.
like Jake, she can help you do that. So I want to get into this Nextville thing a little bit. How did you get involved in Nextville?
Actually, okay, so I got involved with Nextville. Uh, I've known Heather. Me and Heather went to school together. We went to school together. We were on dance team together. Like, so we've known each other for a really long time. I saw her post it, and then a previous friend of mine was actually on the first season. And so I kind of reached out to her, like, what is this? What's going on? And then they had an audition, and I reached out to Heather. I was like, please come. And I was like, okay. So I went. It went great. And so I heard good things about season one. So I was like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's do something different. Let's branch out. I wanted to get my name out there. I wanted to get my businesses out there. I wanted to get my family's businesses out there because Huntsville is small, but yet big. And if you don't put yourself in certain spaces, you may kind of miss that boat for people to know what you have, what you run. And my parents are like humble beasts, I like to call them. They have over 16, 17 properties, but they're not the ones running to events to grab the mic to tell everybody. You know what I mean? So I feel like it was a great opportunity for my whole space in general.
It's shine a light on the family too while you're at it. Look at you. That's awesome. Giving back a bit of like that. So when you were growing up, would people have predicted you were going to be an entrepreneur, you think?
I think probably would have predicted that I would be in fashion of some sort. Like I would do something with clothing or something of that nature. Just full entrepreneurship. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. They might have thought maybe I was like gonna dance because I used to dance all my life. I played basketball and I danced, so they might have predicted I was gonna be a dancer of some sort. But maybe something with fashion though, because I've always loved clothes.
All right. So we got your season coming up. It's August 23rd. If no one's seen it before, why should they watch it?
I think you should watch it because it's actually allowing you to see what Black women in Huntsville are actually doing. Black entrepreneurs and women entrepreneurs in Huntsville are actually doing. It's showing business life, but it's also showing real people, real everyday life running businesses. And I think people know what goes on in Huntsville, but I don't think there's enough things going on that shines a light on those particular things. Like you have your mainstream things, but just like women that do hair, I want to say like the cast, we have a DJ, we have someone that runs the club scene, and is in the gym majorly. Hair, we have so many hair girlies. makeup artists and content creators. We have a basketball trainer and a rapper. We have when she does holistic things. Like the cast is like widespread, but it's like showing all these crazy lanes. And when you look up, you're like, all these people are doing all these things, but somehow they end up knowing each other it's like this crazy little maze, but it's amazing. And I feel like it's so inspiring. I feel like it's so inspiring to anyone that has second guessed themselves, to anyone that has kind of said like they want to do something, they have this great idea, but they're afraid to just go and do it. I think this shows from the top to the bottom to just do it. You have moms, you have like age, there's like a different of age gaps as well. You know what I'm saying? You have some people that have kids, some people that don't have kids, some people that are young entrepreneurs and they're living their best life and traveling. And then some people like some people just had a baby, like Archie, she just had a baby. She was shooting part of the time she was pregnant. So like showing her in business and carrying a baby and, doing all these things. And like I said, you just have people like that are literally dead in the midst of real life, but they're willing to show like it can be done. And so I think that if you've had any doubt or any question and you want to see a woman doing business in real life, like this is your stop right here.
Man, I think it's so important when you can say, if she could do it, I can do it. You see someone actually doing it, especially if it's someone in your neighborhood, someone you might see at the grocery store. They can
Right.
inspire you so much, right? Or somebody you might need to collaborate with. We got a lot of small business owners. You may see one on the show. They're like, it's exactly who I've been looking to collaborate with. So you definitely got to tune in, check out all these. There's a wide variety, like she said, of business owners around here that you might not know are happening right here in the Tennessee Valley.
Exactly, exactly. And like I said, also on top of this, you got moms. You got moms. Like I have two kids of my own. Alex, she's an MUA and a content creator. She has a son. Like I said, Archie she had a daughter and she just had a baby. Like you just have like these, it's just crazy. And I know I have people reach out to me all the time, like, how are you a mom and still doing this, still standing on everything? And like, I know so many of us would love to be able to just kind of like mentor and help people, get started for sure.
Yeah, and I like you said that it shows you in the mess of life, right? This isn't some
Yeah,
glamorous thing. This is you guys doing real business in real life and not hiding anything. You said there's going to be some drama on here. You got to tune in, find out what that is. But definitely going to be a little bit of drama, right? So you got to tune in, find out what that is. And Jade's actually got a little rant she's hoping gets on there. So I'm not going to tell you more about that. But you got to tune in August 23rd.
for sure. August 23rd, 7 p.m. on YouTube. Y'all have to come see us. I definitely think you'll enjoy it. And a little bit of drama. What is a bunch of women together without a little bit of drama, right?
Hey, you telling me I train women for a living, so I know kind of where you come from. Maybe not my clients, but I've seen it in other places, right? So it
Right.
happens. But yeah, that's going to be great. We'll link the YouTube link in the show notes. You guys can just go click on that and be ready. Go ahead and subscribe for that and be ready for the show. So, Jake, hit us with your social media, all your stuff that you got going on. People can locate you.
So Instagram, it is also Jade __. Facebook is my name, Jade Greene. TikTok is _also Jade. So yeah, I think that's it. Like, yes. So you can find me on all those places. Follow guys. I would love for y'all to follow the journey. I'm about to rev it up and really get this content stuff going too. So y'all can really see what's going on and prepare for the showing of season 2. And there may be another season ahead. You never know.
You never know. You got to tune in. Make sure you click on that. Get that YouTube link on there. Follow Jade on social media. You got to figure out what the pivot's going to be. We don't know yet. You got to follow her and make sure
Right,
give you some
right.
hints. Be ready for the pivot. Hey, appreciate you guys tuning in. Be sure to tune in on August 23rd on YouTube. We'll link that in show notes again. Appreciate our sponsors, Vandy's Heat and Air, Homely Huntsville Newsletter, Huntsville Hub, and all your marketing needs can be done at Mick Williams Marketing. Jay, thanks for coming on and telling your story and about Nextville. And we'll see you guys next week on the Huntsville Hustle Podcast.
Thank you, Joe.